Hey guys, it's Tracy from the decorating studio here at Wilton. Are you looking to make a vibrant red icing for your next decorated dessert? One of the questions we get most often here at Wilton is how to color icing red. It can be a little more difficult to achieve than some other colors, but today I'm going to show you how to successfully color your buttercream and royal icing red step by step. You can find the link to a helpful blog post with tips and tricks to make the red icing in the description box below, as well as the list of ingredients and supplies you'll need. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Give us a like and a comment down below if you have any questions. A true red is often hard to achieve as it requires a lot of food coloring. It can take as much as 1 ounce of red icing color to 1 cup of icing to get a deep red. This amount of coloring can affect the icing consistency as well as the taste. If you only need a small amount of red icing, we have several products that will give you a vibrant red color, and they're ready to use for decorating. The Wilton pre-made red icing pouch, which includes 2 decorating tips, Wilton ready-to-use red icing tube, which can be used with any standard Wilton decorating tip and coupler, Wilton red creamy decorator icing, which can be used for piping or icing a cake, and Wilton red cookie icing, which you can use to ice cookies. They're all easy to use. If you want to color icing yourself, we can help you with that too. The key is to use the right kind of color for your project. I would suggest using Wilton gel food color sets, Wilton icing colors, or Wilton Colorite because they are more concentrated than any other food coloring and they won't change the consistency like most liquid color can. Wilton Red Gel Food Color can be found in our primary icing colors 4-piece set and has a convenient dropper. Wilton Red Icing colors come in these small jars and are available in Red Red, Christmas Red, and No Taste Red. You might be wondering about the difference between these 3 reds. Christmas Red is a cool tone red, Red Red and No Taste Red are both warm tone reds. These thick, gel-based icing colors will give you a bright, rich color that will not change the consistency of your cake batter or buttercream or your royal icing. If you're using our icing color jars, keep in mind the size of your project. You'll want to make enough icing in one batch as it can be difficult to try to match the exact same color later. If you don't want to color a big batch, you can note how much red color you use in teaspoon increments per cup of icing. That will make it easier to replicate the color later. For precise measurements, you can use Wilton's Colorite food color, which comes in easy to control squeeze bottles and a chart with color formulas. The dropper system and color formulas make it easy for you to create and recreate colors. Colorite has 2 reds, red, which is warm toned, and crimson, which is cool toned. It helps to start with a true white icing. I would avoid any buttercream recipe with a high yellow dye content like an all butter icing or a butter flavored shortening unless you want a warm toned red. I would also use a recipe with plain solid vegetable shortening instead of a combination of shortening and butter like our Wilton buttercream recipe. Keep in mind that our royal icing requires slightly more color than buttercream icing to get a vibrant red. I'm going to show you how to achieve different tones of red using the different color formats I showed you earlier. All the measurements are for 1 cup of white icing. If you're using gel food coloring, use 10 drops for a lighter shade, 20 drops for a medium shade, or 100 drops for a darker shade of red. Using icing color, a 1/4 teaspoon of red will give you a light shade, 1 teaspoon for a medium shade, and 1 tablespoon for a dark shade. For Colorite, use 10 drops of red to get a light shade, 20 drops for a medium shade, and 80 drops for a dark shade. Here's an important tip. All deep shades, including red, need time to develop before you could see the true color. So if you're following our directions for the darkest shade of red and still looks light after mixing it, try not to add any more color. Cover your bowl and let the color develop for at least an hour. Even better if you let it sit overnight. Here's a bowl of red icing that I mixed yesterday. You can see that the red is deeper compared to a bowl that I just mixed. I want to show you some easy color recipes for achieving different types of red using the jar icing colors. These are just guidelines and you don't have to be precise, so feel free to play around with the amounts. Deep reds require red red with equal parts of orange and rose. Adding more rose to red red gives you a crimson red. Adding more orange to red red gives you a fire truck red. Combining red red and Christmas red gives you a brighter red. Combining burgundy and red red gives you a maroon color. And combining Christmas red and a touch of black creates a ruby red. Now adding a touch of brown to any type of red tones down the brightness. Just be careful not to add too much or your red will quickly become maroon. Lastly, let's talk about taste. Using large amounts of color can make your icing slightly bitter tasting, so keep this in mind when making deep shades of red. If you're using a large portion of red coloring for decorating or icing a cake, I would suggest using our no taste red icing color because it won't give you that bitter taste. It's a warm tone red, so you'll have to make a few adjustments if you prefer a cool red. I hope this information was helpful and now you can confidently make red icing. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll be sure to get back with you. If you liked this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, share this video with your baking friends, and be sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. Also, leave a comment below on what other videos you'd like to see. I'm Tracy from the Decorating Studio. Thanks for watching.